Man, I'm telling you, this feels some kind of good to be back out here mowing. I'm loving it right now. Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. Let me show you something. Hopefully the camera will do this justice. See these brown tips out here on my bluegrass? And look, when we move right over here to where I just mowed, look at that. The majority of the brown tips are gone. Come right back over here to where I haven't mowed. Brown tips. No brown tips. So I get asked this question, quite often, especially coming out of winter. Is, hey Pete, man, the yard's kind of brown. It's just got this hazy, yucky brown look to it. What's wrong with it? Well, there's nothing wrong with your grass. These little brown tips you see out here, a lot of that's just natural from the winter. And, of course, it all depends on the winter that you get, how hard it is, how cold it gets, frost, freezing rain, snow, all that kind of thing. It's just natural to get some of this discoloration on your tips of your grass. So how do you fix it? Well, the fix is incredibly simple. You mow the grass and you cut the brown tips off and you remove them. Now I'm actually bagging the bluegrass today, and by the way, this is the first cut of the year on the bluegrass. It's February 18th, and this particular grass, you're not technically supposed to have it where I live in North Carolina because it gets so hot during the summer. But I like a good challenge, and I've been growing it here successfully for 3 to 4 years now. This is an entire stand of the GCI Turf Blue Heat Kentucky Bluegrass, about 15,000 square feet, and it's done really, really well. In my personal opinion, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't have bluegrass. If you live in a area where the weather would line up with the Piedmont of North Carolina, in the Greensboro area. So I've shown you for 3 to 4 years now, and I'm proving it to you that obviously you got to have some water to keep it going during the summertime. But if you've got that and you've got a little bit of patience, there's absolutely no reason why you can't have bluegrass. So I'm bagging this today. There is no horticultural reason for me bagging it. A horticultural reason meaning, is it going to make the turf healthier? It doesn't matter at this point in time. I'm bagging it so that I leave the yard in a clean appearance, a neat, clean appearance. Today I've got this particular mower set on the lowest setting that it'll go. If I had to look at it and guess, I'd say it's probably around 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch, where over the winter I've let it get up to about 1.5 inches. So I'm literally cutting the plant in half, basically. Not going to do any damage. The third rule, this time of the year, I don't pay any attention to that. It's not going to hurt it one bit. And I'm basically cleaning it up. And as I mow, I'm removing this brown. Now, is it going to get it out 100% with one mow? The answer to that is no, it's not. As I mow, I'm telling my turf to grow. Okay, mowing is no different than pruning. You prune your shrubs to encourage growth and to shape them and keep them in a particular size you might want. Where you mow grass to shape it, to give it a clean cut, and to tell it to grow and encourage it to grow. So fescue, I'm still a couple of weeks out from maybe mowing my fescue, maybe a week or so. But the bluegrass, I always like to start it a little bit earlier because it's more of a cool season grass than, say, fescue is. So I need to start getting this jumping, growing, filling in, spreading, and next step out here is I'll come out here and dethatch it, and then I will verticut it, and then we're going to sand level it. Last year I used a 50-50 compost sand mixture. This year we're going to go straight sand. So everything I'm doing is leading up to that point in time to get the grass as thick and as dense and as healthy as I can in the next month, and I'm going to do that by mowing And the next time you come out here and we show the bluegrass, it's going to look drastically different, because once I mow today, get all this brown kind of cleaned up, I've actually got a mix already ready to go. It's pre-emergent. My new GCI nitrogen, which will be available soon, my new GCI calcium, which will be available soon, and I've got the O2YS adjuvant in there. I'm going to blanket spray and get that application done. So the combination of that, along with the mowing, that I'm officially waking the grass up. I'm telling it, it's time to get with it. Let's grow a little bit. So I hope this helps you figure out how to get rid of the brown tips in your yard. Obviously you don't want to mow too early, okay? If you're somewhere north and you're still dealing with snow and super cold weather, use common sense. It's not time to mow. But where I live in North Carolina, the weather's really starting to get nice. We've got a few days next week in the high 70s, even into 80 degrees. So, it's time to wake it up. Now, what if I mow and then in 2 or 3 weeks from now, I get some hard frost or some really heavy cold weather or something like that? Well, we'll be so far into the season that I honestly don't think that's going to matter. It might stunt it just a little bit, but that's no matter to me, because it's going to perk right back and keep on getting it. So we'll finish out the video mowing a little bit, and I want you to really look at the brown tips in the grass, and then after I make a pass with a mower, I want you to see that's removed and you're left with some green. And again, there's still a little bit of brown down in the canopy here and there. It's not terrible, but the more I mow, that is going to be pushed up, because the grass is going to begin to grow. It's going to push that brown up, and I'm going to remove it with my mower. And then 2-3 mows maybe, I'll have a really uniform, nice, good looking stand of bluegrass out here. It'll be incredibly dark green, and I'm excited to get with it. So as always, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'll check you later.